Hi guys, it's Tina. We have a question from Carol Nelms. Now this is a question that I've seen on a lot of Facebook groups and I belong to a lot of Facebook groups and I've answered this on there and so I thought since she was asking here on the YouTube channel, it would make a great video. You recognize my name from the Facebook groups, right? That's where you recognize my name from? Just kidding. Yes, that really is my name. And thank you guys for not teasing me because in real life, I get teased a lot for that. And to be honest, that was one of the appeals to marrying my husband was I get to be Tina Turner. Anyway, like many people, when I first started plant-based, which again, I started last November weaning myself off slowly. And I believe that weaning yourself off slowly is the best way to do this because any change that you try to make drastically just overnight, your mind and your body just rejects it. You will go through withdrawals and you will go through a terrible detox. And I've heard horror stories of detox, just the face breaking out and rashes and diarrhea or severe constipation. It can go either way. Just lots of, intestinal problems. And so I did it slowly over a 2-month period from November to January. And that got me through the holidays. I basically gave up meat, but I had meat on Thanksgiving and whatever Thanksgiving leftovers there were. And then meat on, we celebrate Yule. So, your holiday in December, which whatever that may be. We had a ham then, and then whatever leftovers came from that. So that was the only meat that I had during November and December. And then by January 1st, I was completely plant-based. And so what I did, and a lot of people do, is a potato cleanse. Sorry, someone had the nerve of walking outside. That's my 130-pound Rottweiler. And he's letting them know not to come near our house, and they don't. Anyway, I did a potato cleanse, and what a potato cleanse does is it resets your taste buds, and it gets you used to eating mostly starches so that you can go on the McDougall program, which is 80 to 90% of your diet is starches. And the rest of it is unstarchy, non-starchy vegetables. And for me, I just thought that was the best program for me. So I watched a lot of Dr. McDougall videos. I watched Mary McDougall to see how she prepared foods because we all have to learn. And then I watched a lot of Chef AJ because I found Chef AJ through Dr. McDougall. She did her skinny bitch talk, I think it was, and that was videotaped, and I found that through Dr. McDougall, and I really liked that. I really thought if I met her in person, she would be my best friend. I really like her. And I followed Andrew Taylor, who lived for a year on nothing but potatoes. So while I was transitioning and learning about this lifestyle, he was finishing up his first year of potatoes only. So I knew I could survive on potatoes. So I wasn't worried about the nutrition at all in going in this program. So when I started, like a lot of people, I was used to microwaving my potatoes because I was used to covering them with butter. So covering them with butter or margarine hides the fact that it's a really dried out plain potato. And giving up butter and margarine, it was really hard to choke down that chalky, dry potato. And here comes Carol's question is, how do you cook them in the InstantPot so that they're moist and tender and flavorful and not microwaving? Because she's getting tired of them, and I was too. It was anything I could put on there. I put ketchup, I put salsa, I put mustard, and it didn't matter. It was dry and chalky, and I had to choke it down. I had to drink a lot of water. And then I discovered Chef AJ. No, it wasn't Chef AJ. First, I saw Andrew Taylor in the InstantPot. And then I saw Chef AJ do it in the InstantPot. And I said, that's it. I don't care. I have to get an InstantPot. And I did. I bought the InstantPot just to make potatoes. And then, of course, I've learned to use it for everything, and I love it. I have not pulled out my rice cooker or to steam vegetables or cook rice since I got the InstantPot. I love it. I use it every day, every day, every day. There are so many uses for it and so many things to make with it, and it's so easy. I just throw some stuff in there, turn on the button, and walk away. And it couldn't get any easier than that. There were times when I knew I was going to be gone all day, and I would stress over, what am I going to feed my family? And so then it went into the crock pot, and I had to find something that would hold up in a crock pot all day. The InstantPot isn't like that. It cooks it fast, and then keeps it very low heat, just keeps it warm until my family's ready to eat it. And I love that. So let's get started. What I do is I take this little, I'm sorry, I know he's really loud. I take this little thing that came with the InstantPot for steaming, and I put that in there. And then I've got the little cup measure that also came in my InstantPot, and I put 1 cup of water down in the bottom. And then I put all my potatoes in, and I've got 3 different kinds of potatoes here. I've got my reds, I've got some whites, and I've got russet. And it doesn't matter, it does it all together, all the same. And I will use these in my dinner tonight. And then check your seal, and you can see it's still wet from me using it this morning. Check your seal, make sure it's sealed. Put your lid on. And can you see? Oops, sorry, jiggled ya. Manual, 20 minutes. And then just leave it go. Now, I take a little container and I just put my potatoes in when they're finished, if I'm batch cooking. And I put these in the refrigerator. And this is why I do this. Dr. Greger at nutritionfacts.org did a video where he proved, well, he showed us the proof that cooking the potatoes and then cooling them and then reheating them made them even healthier. Does something to the resistant starch. Somehow it's easier to digest and makes them even healthier. And so I try to do that. I'll batch cook potatoes, stick them in the fridge, pull them out as I need them. And these are some sweet potatoes that I did yesterday. And what I'll do with these is pull them out, cut them, and then put them either in the air fryer or the oven. Now, I could put them in a skillet and fry them, but what's the point of that? You know, they're cooked. I want to wait to just reheat them. And then I love to have these for a lunch. These are ones that I put in the air fryer, and don't those look lovely? Now, normally, I would not eat a skin on a sweet potato. I would peel it and eat it if I was eating it fresh. But by cutting it and putting it in the air fryer, I can eat skin and all. And I don't know how well you can see this. Look at the juices coming out, how they've caramelized. And it is so sweet. It is just 10 times better than it could be if I cooked it any other way. And so what I did when I first started, and I still do a lot now, is I like to eat my potatoes cold. And in this way of life, you have to be like a Girl Scout and be prepared, okay? So I'll keep my potatoes already cooked in my refrigerator. Anywhere that I'm going, I will take a little plastic bag and put my potatoes in it and carry them with me. And I've got a little cooler type thing. And before I had that, I just threw them in my purse or just carried the bag. I didn't care. I had it with me in the car all the time. So you're always caught out at lunchtime. I don't care how well you plan your trip, you're always caught out at lunchtime. And if you don't have something that you can just throw in your face, you're going to go off plan. You've got to be prepared. So carry a little bag of potatoes with you, and you will find that Eating them cool, the texture, it's hard to describe. It's moist, it's tender, it's so flavorful. I will eat them like an apple or any other fruit. I just, with my hand, eat them whole. And I find I like them better that way. In fact, I will heat them up for my family, and sometimes I'll just go, I don't want it warm. I prefer it cold. And I found that with a lot of foods now, because I do this. I've gotten so used to being prepared and bringing my food with me that I find I like it better, room temperature or cold. And so that's the way I eat it. Do what works for you. Don't worry about what anybody else says, what anybody else thinks. It's not their life. It's not their program. It's not their journey. You're on this journey. Do you. Don't worry about what anybody else thinks. I mean, look at me. Do I care what anybody thinks of me? My clothes are 2 times the size of me, and they're falling off my body. My hair, I'm a wild woman. You know, my nose is pierced. I'm 52 years old. My nose is pierced. And, you know, I've got piercings all the way up. I don't care what anybody thinks, and I don't care if they like it. This is my journey, and I'm on it by myself. Have a good day.